Welcome to Global News. My name is Matt Jones, and here are today's top stories. We have Miley Cyrus getting infected with a new disease.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
What could it be? We have local citizens claiming it's the end of the world. Is it?
The end is near. And it's near. Or nah.
Now, for today's biggest story, we have ribosomatid disease. That's not only sweeping the nation, but the world. Contracting this disease leads to symptoms like irritation, insomnia, loss of motor control, thirst for human flesh, and death. This disease is considered living because it's a parasite. Similar diseases would be rabies, African sleeping sickness, kind of mixing with a flu. Is there a cure? No. There is no cure. And now to Rachel out in the field.
Hello, I'm Rachel Ussery for Global News on the field presently. I believe you have some questions for me, Matt?
What might cause a zombie outbreak?
Well, a zombie outbreak might be caused by a disease such as the one we see here, which is a combination of a trypanosomatid parasite and genetically engineered rabies engineered by Dr. Johnston.
Okay. How does the disease spread?
This disease is most easily spread by human contact with each other. It can also be spread in the air.
Okay. So how does the disease generally replicate?
This disease is a parasite, which means it's a protist. So it replicates by dividing by mitosis. Here today we have Pierce Fryer, an expert in zombie preparation. So, Pierce, what do you think are the top 5 places that the disease will be in?
Well, Rachel, I think that probably the most likely places are warmer climates and very populated areas such as Brazil, Hawaii, maybe Bangladesh and China, places like that. We also have Mexico.
What do you think would be the top 5 places to least likely find the disease?
Well, parasites are living, and living things aren't exactly fond of cold. If you're in the cold too long, you die. So, places above the Arctic Circle, maybe Alaska, Canada, Antarctica. Other places such as Mongolia, Greenland.
So, since you're such an expert on zombie preparation, what do you think would be the best materials to have in this time of need?
Well, Rachel, let me tell you. Some of the things you need for basic survival is, of course, water, food, medication. You need weapons such as knives, guns, preferably knives, a hatchet or axe, a first aid kit. Those are things you would need for the zombie apocalypse.
So, what are the main components of having a disease like this? Cut! Back to the studio!
And now a quick message from our sponsor, Tide. And now we will be talking about some escape routes if you are trapped in the Global High cafeteria.
First, make your way to the auditorium to do a quick little dance on the stage. After that, make sure you take yourself out of school at the front office, take the elevator down to the first floor to run a lap around the gym to make sure you're in shape, and then make sure to say goodbye to Miss Snook. Afterwards, exit through the front door.
This is Matt Jones with Global News, and we'll wrap up now because I know that you are chomping at the bit to get out of here. But we are dying to know if you'll join us next week. If we're around that long. If so, we'll have some fresh news stories. So see you later, and goodbye. Hey, no, get. Hi, I am Matt Jones.
Did you write down your questions?
No, but I can...
What are your questions?
Well, the first
not
one
me.
is...
Aw.
And when you say bite, use back. You make it off. Like,
You could be down here when
subdue the
in
glass
now.
with your charm. Use back.
Do you say subdue?
Yep.
Do you mean seduce?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Rachel Ussery with Live Action News, and we are currently being chased by a zombie.